Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to our XENOBLADE Chronicles 2 Let's Play, picking up right where we left off last time. Can confirm the footage from last time was okay. There was like one segment where for some reason it became a stuttery mess, and then it was fine. But we are back here in New Los Angeles, and that little bit of hitching was from the game, not the capture, I can assure you. I expect we're going to see things like that more often as we continue our playthrough, whenever we get into new areas that need to be cached. It's a weird thing that the Wii U hardware does, because of course we are playing this on a Wii U, using the game disc. I mean, not even being facetious here, I do have the game. I paid too much money for it on eBay just so I could own it and have it on a shelf next to the other games, because that's what you do when you're crazy and you like a certain video game franchise. You spend too much money on merchandise, or in this case, the games. I own multiple copies of various Kingdom Hearts games as well. I'm a lunatic. If this game came out on Switch, I would absolutely buy it on that as well. And probably play it again on there. Because I've got to say, of the 1 hour I've played, so far I've loved it. Now, what is going on here? This has got to be one of our guys, right? Are they having some sort of malfunction with their flying armor? Is it supposed to be ghosting like that? Probably not, I assume, just based on other weird problems we've had with the cutscenes. But then again, maybe. Alma's got to explain what we just saw. It's a child! It's a child driving a warthog! And we're, like, in love with her, I think, based on that expression. That or the warthog. I'm gonna need some context for that from my in-game character. I need her to explain herself.
Damn it!
I get the feeling that things didn't go to plan for this guy. Crashing was probably not... Wait a minute, what? Oh. He looked very familiar at first. I was like, this doesn't make sense. But no, it's good. He looked like someone from the first game. I'm sure that's intentional. A little wink and a nod.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking.
Very bad.
I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
He tried to kill this man.
Everything okay?
He tried to poison him to
You
death.
flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
I love that name, Lin Lee Koo. Look skeptical or look worried? Ooh, find out what happened with the exhaust, or find out how old Lynn is. I need to know that information immediately.
She's 13. And
Oh
I know
my
she looks young, and
gosh!
She is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
She's the reason this game was
Anyway,
censored.
You guys heading back to the barracks?
Apparently,
Yeah.
never mind.
Why do you ask?
We don't have to worry
as long
about
as
it.
you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait,
I mean, it
why
did
am I
almost
cleaning
kill
up your
him.
mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
No, I'm with Doug on this one. Also, love the name. Fantastic. I wonder if that is a translation or like a localization thing. Was his name Doug in the original? I'm assuming we're all supposed to have vaguely American names because this is New Los Angeles. And I love the concept of that being a Japanese individual's concept of like an American name. You know, how they're all called things like Lynn and Doug. I love that so much. Lynn, can we add Lynn to the party? Lynn cannot be removed. Lynn can be moved. So we've got current party and reserve members. And I assume that by the time the game is over, both of these will be full. That's a lot of fun. Cannot be removed? Does that mean that we will have some party members that can be like added and removed to our party? Can we just like random people to join us? That could be fun. Okay, how do I get out of this? Remove from party, view stats, our status. Oh, confirm changes. There we go. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. Awesome. Whoa, look at our weapon on our back. That thing. Oh, no. Lynn was just inside of us, and that appears to be her weapon, and it is very large. Possibly a shield? I'm not sure. Okay, where would you like me to go next? Oh, good. It's pinging me on the map. That's perfect. That's what I need to see. Apparently the game's all about exploration, but as you can tell, I'm trying to figure out where to go next here. Where do you want me to go? Hello, sir. We've only got 60 hours to finish this game. There's a new one coming out soon. I gotta hurry. No, I won't be rushing this game. I do intend to take my time with it. Probably gonna be playing in the evenings. I'm not gonna tell you how late it is, but what I will say is it's after 10:20 p.m. and before 10:25 p.m. So you don't get any specifics. This seems like a great game to wind down to, though.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
Yeah, so what's the percentage about?
I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. But there's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often.
Well, here's hoping it's open in the
only
future.
other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
Love that we had the economy up and
CD is
running.
the
Like,
closest thing to
first
the
thing.
downtown we've got.
That is great.
Can
Very
actually
America.
Get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet,
What is the
time alone,
I need to know what
to
the
relax
faith
and
is
one
there.
look, that's the spot.
It's nondescript, isn't it?
The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here.
Yeah, explain the
upper
percentage to
level holds our
me.
administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live.
Oh, we don't get nice houses in the residential
There's a hangar
district?
complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
I need you to tell me more about Skell. What is the Skell you speak of? Is that one of those weird things that crashed earlier?
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Len, you have a future in this. That was very well done.
We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then,
I'm interested
we
to
better
see how
not
you
keep
found
them
me as
waiting.
well. I was
The
unconscious
barracks
for
are
the whole
pretty close,
experience.
actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Ooh, but what if we did go check it out now? Oh my gosh, is there treasure right here in the middle of the city? I'm sure this is, like, government property, but I'm gonna steal it anyway. Wait a minute, what did it say? Access denied. Field skill insufficient. So I guess I need to, what, level up my field skill? I don't know how to do that. Presumably it'll be explained to me. Oh, okay, listen. Understood. If we try to detour at all, even by accident, we will be given a green shield and forced to comply with... What is this where the men's restroom is? That's what that emblem is there, but I think it's actually just someone we can talk to. Ask Regina about her shop. Absolutely. What do you sell here? We sell strange and unusual stuff my husband picks up out on the job. He's a pathfinder, so he's always finding crazy space junk and whatnot. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. He should be back in a little while with a new haul that'll blow your battle socks clean off. How did she know I was wearing those? They're underneath my pants. That's a little bit freaky. I assume it's going to be the same no matter who I talk to. If I talk to Fritz here, he's probably not going to have anything useful. Ooh, can we detour back here? Surprisingly, the game is letting me... Oh, darn it, Elma! Alright, I've got a laser focus now on getting to the Blade Barracks, because Elma won't let us have any fun, and that's fine. It's been a long couple of days. I mean, remember, this hasn't been a straightforward journey for us, so we probably need a rest. It's been over a day since we were asleep inside of a pod.
And here we are.
Been running around
Blade
a lot.
Barracks.
Need some warm
Consider
milk and
yourself our
cookies.
guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Oh, now you say that. Ask about registration. Frown and say nothing. Yeah, no, we're gonna ask. We're curious. We're inquisitive.
I think I can answer that one.
Is this the secret villain?
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Or is he... Is he a distraction?
Ms. Kuhn. Chipper is
Is he like a wild bantha?
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
That's so handy of you. Thank you. I love a good cup of tea. I mean, I haven't had one in a very long time. But when I do, it's lovely. Actually, I mean, if we're talking warm tea, it's been a while. Iced tea, though. I am a Texas man. So I have that literally every day. Sweetened, unsweetened, does not matter. Every day. According to law. I appreciate that there was a loading screen to a 3-second cutscene to another loading screen. Is it going to happen again? If it's just us standing around a table and then it fades to black again, so help me.
Allow me to formally introduce myself.
Thank goodness, I didn't think anyone was going to talk.
Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
I think this
What about
guy
a
is
job
chill.
right here with Blade. She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Has no one else experienced memory loss over the
Well,
stasis?
Where should we begin?
Are we not human? Are we not actually one of the humans? Are we some sort of plant and we don't realize it? Ask how we ended up on Mira. Ask for more information about Blade. Ask about registration. I'm actually interested more in how we ended up on Mira.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
See, I'm a little bit sus
Their
on this.
technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless.
No, don't paint
The
that
Earth
sort of
was
visual
reduced to
picture,
ash.
please.
And blown away.
I don't know if I buy this story that they just
Still
happened to
wonder
have a
if I hadn't
battle
been there.
with each other over
Maybe
our
all of
planet.
this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma.
And the people
What
of
we
Earth
do
just
know
knew about
is
it and were
without
prepared
you,
for
there
it?
had been no Project Exodus.
There's something
and
sus
no
there.
escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For
So they
better
were
and for
targeting
worse,
humanity
We were close
specifically.
to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Give me more information about what Blade is, because I'm still not... I'm assuming it's the military force of the city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite familiar.
Okay.
It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
All right. I like that this is a new organization that was created since we've landed on the planet. In the last 2 months, we managed to have, like, Dale the intern make an entire logo for us, complete with gold weapons and some sort of red backing and blue letters. I'm just looking at it on the screen. I appreciate that. I like that that was a priority for us. Ask about what this registration's all about.
Yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health.
It seems very
All
invasive.
purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I understand Big
As the
Brother when I
caretakers
see
of
it.
Humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
Oh, I'm sure it
In any
does.
case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Miss Koo. Okay, take a guided tour of the Blade Administration District with Lynn and Elma and learn more about life as a member of Blade. I wonder... Oh, hold on. And then there's also leave the Blade Barracks. Okay. I can manage that. I wonder if they're actually going to give me a choice whether or not I want to join Blade. Like, is that a definitive story path that you have to follow? Or is it optional? Could I possibly go into the private sector and just get a job flipping burgers for the next, 60 hours of gameplay? Is that an option? Oh, that is not the sprint button. Wow, okay. I don't even know what I've been playing recently where that would be the sprint button, but that was what came naturally in that moment. What's going on here? Oh, right, of course, I'm not an actual Blade, so I couldn't check into that. This is not where we're meant to be. How do I get out of here? In what direction do I take to leave? Is this it? Is this the way out? Yes, good. That's just lost inside of there for about 3 or 4 minutes. I don't want to really talk about it.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skell. Even
Well, we know what a skell is now.
So cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Can we not? Please. Can we never do that again, Lynn? Ooh, yeah, I guess we should ask for some clarification. Or we could just gaze longingly at the skell. You know what? I get the general idea. It's a giant mech. Let's just look at
Now
it.
this girl gets it.
Absolutely I
The
do.
coolest, just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever had that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. 1 sec. Right. Sorry.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure, not a potential alien
I
threat.
love her. She's my favorite character now.
Wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far so fast without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only blades are allowed to pilot skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
Okay, for a second, I thought she meant the Skell choose
the
us.
Details are largely hidden.
Like they're Harry Potter
Basically,
wands.
HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Alrighty, cool. Can we go ahead and take on a job, or are we going to have to wait until tomorrow, I wonder? I'd be perfectly happy to go out into town tonight and do some work.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments.
I'm on board with
Everyone
that.
comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey,
I
let's give it a
theorized that we
tour
would be able to
anyway.
have people
We
temporarily
also
join our
have the
party.
Scout console.
And there you
the
go.
assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Okay, so the game wants me to head to the Scout console, which I'm assuming is just this, very similar to the last thing we were standing in front of, but slightly smaller and with less fanfare around it. Alright, let's see if we can wrap our heads around this.
The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
I mean, what if I just want to go work in the financial
And here
district?
I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
What if I just want to flip burgers?
Apology accepted.
Put smiles on people's faces?
How about
Maybe
a
I'm not
shop?
into all this violence
I'm not
and
talking about
alien
the stuff over
stuff.
in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Fair enough, though. Fair enough. Head to the Armory Alley in New LA's administrative district. I mean, that sounds cool, and it looks cool. I'm on board with this. What have you got to show me here, Len? Better be some really sick stuff.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Yes, I can.
Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Alright, well let's go check out the heart and see what that's all about. Maybe someone will explain to me what the giant percentage is on top of Blade Tower now that we're finally over here. Or maybe that is the twist. At the end of the game, it turns out no one knows.
Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chausson, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Hey! Story mission complete. Nice job, everyone. Pats on the back all around. Good for us. Do we get anything for that? Looks like we get 20 armor and 5,000 golden coins. I'm hitting every button on the controller in an effort to bring up a bigger map, and it doesn't appear as though one exists. Maybe we just don't have it yet. That's fine. What I do know we're about to have is whatever's inside of this container. Never mind, we don't have a high enough field skill for it. Fair enough, we'll get to that at some point. The soundtrack in this game is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Into the Blade Barracks, pretty sure that's what we want to do.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
So every game in the series has a
He stopped
Vandam,
by
right?
while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Can I say no? Shrug your shoulders and shake your head. Look into Nagi's eyes and nod firmly. I'm so curious about what would happen if I refuse that I'm tempted to do it, but I do want to be in the program. I want to be a Blade. I like the idea. I like the concept. I want to go on fun adventures. But what happens if I refuse? I feel like that there might be some negative... Oh... Let's play hardball. Curiosity's got the better of me. Let's say no.
Cool. How much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis. Forever.
So you gonna try to guilt trip me into this?
Engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
Yay! We're on a
I'm
wavelength,
sure I
me and
have
her.
no
It's
idea
great.
what you're talking about. Now, what'll it be, friend?
If I just continue to refuse, what? I just
Now, you wouldn't want to refuse the people who saved your life, would you? friend?
How long can I keep
You
this
said no.
going?
You wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
They're gonna pressure me into this, but if I just keep saying no, how long do they let me do that?
You said no. You wouldn't refuse.
Oh, come
That's a
on!
yes, right?
Ugh, fine. Yeah, we'll do it.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome
Is
to
it-
the organization.
Is it really a choice?
Elma, she can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Emphasis on kids, am I right? Hey-oh!
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called FrontierNav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid.
This music is great, but it is louder than the dialogue.
The limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install it.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The FrontierNav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Emma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah. Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
I like her enthusiasm. It's fantastic. We're going to get 50 armor, 10,000 gold coins, a couple of mining probes, research probes. All right, yeah, let's go. Yay, Chapter 2 already. Well, a chapter change seems like the perfect time to call it here for the evening. This one might end up being quite a bit shorter than the last, but I don't know how many chapters there are. If we can do one chapter per video, that would be pretty stellar. Although I have a feeling that later chapters are probably going to be a bit on the longer side. We'll have to wait and see. But until next time, thank you folks for tuning in. I hope you all have enjoyed this, and I'll see you in chapter 2. Bye.